Hello, everyone. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. What's up? Okay, so to my fellas, am I coming in crystal clear? I'm not glitchy or anything, right? Are we good?
You could be
Uh,
a little clearer.
yeah.
That's all right though. That's all
I could
right
be a
though. We're
little
gonna make
clearer.
this. We're gonna
All right,
make
I'm gonna
this
go
shit
out and
pop.
come back in then, because I'm not.
We're gonna make
We're
this
gonna
shit
make it
pop.
work. Did I come
We're
in
gonna make
clear,
it
Wayne,
work.
or am I still blurry?
You are actually clearing up.
Yep. Your mic sounds
Go ahead,
I'm
get it
nice.
clearing
started,
up.
then,
How
baby.
many
Let's
fingers I'm
roll.
holding?
Check one,
Two.
All
two.
right, y'all. Five. All right. Welcome to
Yeah.
All Things Undone podcast. I am your host,
Yep.
Cheryl Nathaniel, or Granny She Is, or whatever you want to call me. Just, don't call me broke, but I'll answer to anything else and maybe not hope. But anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Tonight we have as our special guest, Wayne Sutton of I Am Woe Media Group, and my lovely, awesome, amazing co-host, Jayhawk. It is glitchy because I see myself glitching. We're gonna start over, y'all. We'll be right
It's
back.
doing it
I'm gonna go
now.
out again.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Y'all, we
Yeah.
yo, Cheryl. Yeah, we hold it down. Jayhawk, how
Hey
you
yo,
doing, man?
man. I am. You know what? Besides that little thing I told you about, I am doing
Uh-huh.
fantastic. All right. Right now, I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to hop into it, get into it, and let's get this thing rolling. Let's get it popping.
I ain't mad at that, bro.
Go.
Man, now look, I'm I'm happy to be tonight, man. I'm gonna be real, bro.
Mhm.
It was a moment for me. So I wasn't able to make my own show last night, but I always got a little podcast in there, man. I'm
You
doing
know
a
what I'm
little
saying?
better
You bounce
today,
back.
so I appreciate Cheryl for inviting me on. Appreciate you for having me here, man. And
That's right. That's right. You
yeah,
know, it's
we gonna get
always
into it.
good. It's always good when we get in the, when we in the atmosphere.
I just have to ask y'all, viewers tuning in tonight. I hope y'all with the shits, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope y'all
Let's
are with the
do it.
shits. Because apparently
Oh, there she
there she
is.
is.
She's live and in living butterscotch color.
Like I told you,
One
dimples. There she
dimple,
is.
It's
dimple,
it's the one, but that's the one.
the
You can
deep
almost
dimple.
you could almost stick your dick in that one.
You know what?
Almost,
Hey
almost, almost. Didn't
y'all,
leave a
we don't
mess.
know if y'all joined us yet, but welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Am I glitching now? Are we glitching?
Nah, I think you definitely coming
Ah,
in clear.
that's what I'm talking about. That's how you bring all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better
You
than
know what?
All
Just look,
right, we're gonna start it
that's
over.
that's for the people who we apologize for being a little tardy tonight.
yeah.
So
You guys
sure
get a
give you an
milkshake
extra.
tonight. One more time for
Yeah.
the people in the back. Go ahead, Granny. The milkshake brings
The
all the boys
milkshake
to the
brings out a boy
yard.
to the yard.
And they're like,
One more
I don't
time for
know
the
the
raise
people who was
song.
yours.
late. All right, that's our apology for tonight.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Oh my
Are we
God!
square,
Listen,
folks?
we are sorry for being tardy to the party. We had some tech issues, particularly on my end. Because what the God darn it! Sometimes life be life, and y'all, and that's one
Mm-hmm.
of these days. Life be fucking life in. Okay.
Life be life
But
and
anyway, we are here. Woosah,
woos.
woosah. So the
Yeah.
question tonight that we're gonna lead in with, but we're gonna talk about a whole lot of shit tonight. But we're gonna start with the question: is your relationship, for those of you who are in relationships, situationships don't really count? Is your relationship recession proof?
Oh,
Is it?
oh,
Because think about it. The number one reason people
uh,
break up is what?
lack of
Money.
That it
fun.
do.
Not lack of fun,
Lack of fun.
lack of funds. Mm,
Money.
the
FUNDS.
money.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
That's what
We're
tanks
not talking about,
relationship.
we ain't talking about the one that jingles. We're talking about the one that folds.
It ain't even
Look,
sometimes it ain't even a lack of. Some just miscommunications. People doing what they want to
Hmm.
do. Um, it's supposed to be a us until it come down to the funds, and then somebody goes mine.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, huh?
Yep. Yep.
Huh?
Y'all remember that scene from Why Did I
Hey,
Get Married
Cheryl.
Too?
Cheryl's in
Yeah.
the Cheryl's in the chat. Why did I get married? Which one? Which scene?
Oh, you saw me come in the chat. Did y'all see that? What was that? Why did I get married? The second one when they were fussing over the money. And
I didn't get that.
she was saying it was her money, right?
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
She was saying it was her money. Hold on, let me move my big ass mic out the way for a minute. Hold on. I got a lot going on right here.
That massive mic.
Massive mic. We love the mic. Look at that. It is
Go ahead
amazing.
and bless the mic one time.
Wait a minute.
No, I can't do that in front of everybody. No Jill Scott on stage moments
Wait.
for me right now.
Hey.
No Jill Scott.
Hey.
But yeah, on the scene, remember her and her husband
let's
got into it
a long
because
walk.
of money. That is the leading cause of divorce.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
here's the thing, if you didn't know, we're going to give you all a little bit of insight into what's going to happen in the U.S. economy in the coming months. It's going to be a bit of a bumpy road because, according to USA Today, Business Insider, and a couple of other news outlets, the United States is headed for a recession in the middle of 2024.
Yep.
And this is based on the first quarter earnings for most big companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is what's happening. So the economic data seems to strong, but is hinting at signs of decline, right? The latest jobs report is down. Credit card delinquency is up. Retail sales are down, has dropped in activity. So that usually spells what? Now they're saying, well, you see how the media do? Here's the media. The media trying to fuck us over. Okay, so I just got an updated report from Deutsche Bank. They said that the U.S. no longer expects a recession in 2024. Somebody lying.
Yeah,
Where's
they
the
lying
Deutsche
cover up?
Bank.
It's GDP,
Yeah,
which is
Deutsche Bank.
gross domestic product. If it is it 2
Somebody is
quarters?
lying. Let me
If
look at
it's
some other
if
stories.
it's a certain number by 2 quarters, um, 2 quarters or 2 quarters, then you're in a recession. I believe. I have to look that up. I have to look it up. But damn it, well, it's past time for us to actually be in a recession. So it's past time. We're supposed to
Yeah,
be
I
in
feel like
a
we're in
recession.
one now. Am I the only one feeling this way?
No,
Shit.
you're actually
I feel like this shit is right now.
So do y'all want to know what?
I don't
Do
even.
y'all want to know what I think?
Yeah, go ahead, Jonathan. Yeah,
Okay, so
definitely.
Please.
there's this theory. Well, this thing called the short-term debt cycle. Okay, and it spells out, and we keep going through it over and over. As far as extending credit, we prosper, we look good on credit, we get too far out, and then inflation starts to kick up, and then the president and the Federal Reserve actually tighten those nuts for as far as the flow of money, how money can get out, and they raise the interest rates and everything else, so which makes money tight. What happens then is we start having a lot of racial issues. People become more tribalistic, and we have to go through that whole thing where it's going to start to bottom out, right? And it's not like 1 year. You guys remember the last time this happened? It took like 6 years. It was like from 2006 to 2012
Right.
before that shit really bottomed out and then start building up. So we just
Right.
had like 10 to 12 years of like growth and low interest rates. And at 3%, that's like finding Jesus. No other time in history did we have that. And so now we're gonna pay for that because we just extended a lot of debt. And so we're probably looking at for the bounce back to be somewhere around 8 to 9, maybe 10 years, honestly. So we're gonna be in this thing for a long haul. Get ready. It's not gonna be overnight.
Yeah, I think it's coming. Let's see here. And you all forgive me. I'm like seriously having tech issues tonight. It's about to drive me insane. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna join from my phone. Hold on. I'm gonna log off of here and join from my phone because this is
Okay.
driving me insane.
So what is so
Right.
what
Because I
does a
keep
recession
glitching,
look
so
like?
I'm gonna.
People in the chat, what does a recession look like to you? What does it look like?
Look like
Yeah, you're
another
right. That's right,
Jeezy album on the
Ross.
way. I feel like another Jeezy album on the way. Something good. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I've been in recession mode for a minute. Like I don't
Of Mondays. This is definitely fucking Monday.
I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit here and act like I do have it. But even if I do have it, I'm still gonna continue to live like I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I know we always this far away from losing everything.
So
you know what I'm saying? So you can pay attention, man. Like I said, the price of groceries
they're gonna
fluctuating like
go up.
gas. They are up.
Gas is going up.
Eggs I used to get for $2 something is now up to $4. They almost double.
It's almost like you want to get you some chickens and put them in the backyard, you know, in the coop. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Crazy
you
part
know
is
what I'm saying? It's almost,
they know if you bought that life, you good, and if you not, that's why they play with us like this.
yeah. So
they do. They know that, man. Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I grew up on the chickens in the backyard, so I feel you. I understand exactly. You
I
know,
done seen. I
gas
got a
going up.
neighbor on the way. She done messed around and let some chickens slide out in her front yard. I will be knocking at her door soon. Look. Hey, excuse me. How you doing today, sister? Have you heard the good news that I'm a chicken lover?
Guys, hey. So I'm gonna let you guys know too. Hey, I know shit is going sideways. You're gonna have to streamline, people. This is coming from Jayhawk. You're gonna have to streamline. You're gonna have to save some money. Don't this in for the long haul, and people are gonna start getting laid off. It's gonna be what you heard it here first. You're gonna start hearing about a lot of layoffs. It's coming. It's actually it's here. You probably heard about Nike, and if you're gonna hear about a lot of layoffs.
And let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So people take losses on some stuff. I mean, help me for my simple-minded self, but people take losses on some stuff. Hey, mom.
Hey.
Oh, she's all clear.
I had to join from my cell phone. My computer is like fucking trash tonight. Like I don't even know what's going on. So I hope y'all can hear me okay, because I don't know.
What's up?
Am I coming in clear?
No, I got you.
Hopefully I'm coming in clear. Go ahead.
I was like, no, help me with my little simple-minded self, So I'm like, I don't really understand. I mean, I get, you're being charged a certain amount as a business owner. You're being charged a certain amount for the product that you turn around and you sell or whatever, be it a restaurant, whatever.
Sure.
But continuously upping the prices on the customers, which in turn makes the customers go, maybe I need to start taking my business elsewhere. If you want to keep things a little consistent, I mean, like, why not start levelizing the pricing on some stuff, man? Like
what they're doing is they're trying to keep up with the with their competition. So they take a look at the competition, see what the competition is doing, see how they can adjust the price per unit, to find out how much it costs. If they're producing it themselves, how much it costs to build. If they're not producing, if they're the middleman, they're talking about they're looking at distribution and how much markup they can get. And the whole point is to make as much profit as they can. They want to bring the consumer. They want the consumer to pay for it, but they want to keep it right under that threshold of affordability. Like, damn, I can afford it, but damn, because that means
so.
They
so
make
you
profit.
mean like how Wendy's said we're gonna do the $1 biggie bag, now $6 biggie bag, but also
that's right.
It's the biggie bag, but it's now a Happy Meal size burger in there.
Yep. And so what they start doing is they raise the price and they start shrinking the products. Right? You're gonna see that. The products are gonna shrink, the prices go up, and that's going. They're gonna keep doing that until the public says, "Fuck it, we're just not gonna fuck with you no more." Then they're gonna be like, "Oh, I think we went too far. Let's see what we can do." It's on discount. We took $1 off. We took $2 off. We took $3, and they're constantly jockeying to see how much pain.
Shrinkflation.
That's right, shrinkflation. That's
Okay.
right. It's called shrinkflation. Absolutely right. Who was that?
Eat it.
Who's that?
Try to say eat at home. Listen,
Mhm.
I was just finna say that. You know, when we used to be around our mom and them, and we always used to want to go to McDonald's, and what mama turn around and say to you?
We ain't got no. You got some McDonald's money?
We ain't got no McDonald's money.
Right.
And then she take you home and cook you the biggest, fattest burger.
Mhm.
And at the time, as a kid, you was like, "I want this shit. This ain't McDonald's. I miss them burgers.
Mhm.
Give me them, because the shit that you can go out and buy now at these restaurants, what
It's
you're
some
paying
bull.
for and what you actually get. I ain't even just talking about at a McDonald's. I mean, like all these restaurants now.
And how
The
much of it is
prices
actually
that they're
real
charging,
beef?
man, that's
Not
another
a
thing
lot.
too.
You know, I mean, we already talked about we already talked about the whole point of was about
Thank you. Okay, that's
yeah,
what I wanted to know. See this right here?
it's corporate greed. Absolutely right. Recorded record profits in 21, 22, and 23. If they raise prices only because of inflation, they wouldn't have record profits. Absolutely right. It is seeing how much pain they can inflict on their clients and seeing where's the pain point. How much can I actually get out of him? Can I get, because I don't want him to take his money anywhere else. I want to get as much as I can from little Johnny Six Pack right here. I need as much money as I could get because my CEO needs it, right? He
Right.
has, and I get a bonus for as much money. If I get this, if if I year over year get 20-30%, then what I did the last year, I get a bonus. I deserve a bonus. I need to, I need to be in France somewhere. That's basically what it is.
I'm trying to pull up the comments.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Mm-hmm.
I know they playing it was because they saw,
They're
when
playing in your
everything
face.
really shot up, gas shot up, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to see what they saw. They're not even wanting to see. They saw that they still buying it.
Yep.
They still spending this money.
Yep.
Right.
So we shot ourselves in the foot. We could
And
have been
that's
making
Renee
more
making the
profits
comment,
all the way.
y'all.
Guess what? That's the
I keep
same thing
saying,
they're doing with people when they're saying that they don't have enough people to work, or and they're saying people are just lazy. We don't have no. They figured out they can make more profit with less people. People are an expense to business owners. Wages are an expense. It's one of the biggest expenses they have. So as a business owner, you're always wanting
true.
to cut expenses, maximize profits. And if wages are an expense, how can I cut wages and still make more money? Less
Right.
people work the fuck out of them. There it is.
And the crazy part is, we all see it on jobs where you have the one good worker or the two good workers, and they get rewarded with more work, and the lazy workers get rewarded with less work. Like, if I'm gonna do my job and his job, you can let him go.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what I've
I
learned:
just,
they usually keep the lazy one and let you go, and you the hardest
Mm-hmm.
worker. What the fuck?
yeah,
Or they promote the lazy one.
because if
They
you're
have-
the one who causes a commotion,
Mm,
you're deemed a headache. See, I just had this discussion with DT the other night,
mhm,
and he was talking about at one point on one job where they came to him and they told him, I said, well, he said, you're not going to get this much of a bonus because, we got X, Y, and Z going on. Plus, we have people who aren't really producing like that. And it's kind of affecting the bottom line. So, we're doing what we can right now. But I think he said they gave him a 2% raise. And
So
he was like,
inflation's
at that point,
like anywhere to 3 to 4 to no, inflation's like at 6% right now. So
well, this was a few years back. So, but he
mhm.
said at this point in time, he said, I was pissed off. He said, I was pissed off because you're telling me that the people who aren't working are affecting the bottom line. He said, when they came around for another raise the year later, they said the exact same thing word for word. And he said, that's when he got pissed even more. And he was like, why are y'all punishing me? If you keep the lazy workers around and it's affecting your bottom line affects my raise. What we doing here? Get rid
your
of the
bottom line affects my bottom line.
You're like, what we doing? Get rid of the problem. They didn't get rid of the problem because the problem, even though they don't work as fast or as diligent as others, shows up and they be quiet.
Oh, is that all you do?
That's what they call in pimp terms, stay in line, ho.
Oh Lord.
Stay in
That's
line.
what they do. They don't have
Mhm.
no problem. As long as you stay in line, they have no problem with you.
Yep,
It's the
that's
ones
absolutely
who
right.
start talking about and stirring up the pot and start making sense of things. Hold on, you making my job difficult now. Because what you're not gonna do is have me stand in front of, you know how the teacher gets embarrassed when the kid asks the class a question that makes
Hmm.
sense. And now she's stuttering in front of everybody and she starts losing control of the class. They're gonna make an
Mm.
example out of that kid. And that's what happens on the jobs. I've been that kid, so I know personally. When I ask the questions that make sense, they will get you. You are very much right, Cheryl. They have
You know
no
what?
problem keeping the
Whoa,
problem as long.
who is
What's up?
this? The
What?
example.
What?
I'm going to cut you off. Go ahead and finish, but tell me who this is. If I can't see who, I'll give you the example. Crab
Okay.
cakes from Aldi.
Oh yeah, that one. I buy these crab cakes from Aldi, right? They've been $7.99 for as long as I can remember. 2020, they kept going up. I stopped buying them, and other people must have too, because they got up to $10.49. Well, they used to be
Mm.
sold out of the red label, and you'd have to go and get the green label. Well, I noticed they weren't ever sold out no more. Right now, they're at $7.49, which is lower than the original price pre-COVID.
Mm.
That's
It
Renee Roy talking, by the way.
That's who?
that's
Renee?
Renee Roy.
Hey, Renee.
And then Chalmette is on here too. I can't see what else. Like my comments are kind of trippy right now. But I see those two on.
that's called the power of the black.
Dollar.
That's the power of the dollar. Um, you always will do whatever is demanded by your purchasers, your customers. But the
Mhm.
problem is we don't demand enough as a whole, as a people. There are some people who have more than others, and guess what they're willing to do? They can do what others can't, and that's throw their dollars at it. But the
Yep,
problem is the same people who have that kind of money probably ain't your customers. They not shopping with you no way.
that's right.
They
No,
not. So truth be told, that's why I'm asking, just from a business perspective.
mm,
I don't have to be in a hurry to go back and make this up by marking the price up of every single thing I have in stock. I can add a little increase here and there, but I'm like, but just be reasonable about this, because as long as you're reasonable, the people who need this will come and shop with you. They'll do business with you. That's what I think. I mean, doesn't that make sense?
well,
Yep.
sure. Case in point, eggs.
Yeah, like I just told them, eggs almost double in price right now.
Right.
Man, them
Yeah.
chickens are living. They're living la vida loca.
And here's the crazy part. I went in a store. I ain't gonna say the name of the store because I'm not getting paid to rep none of these stores. But I went in a particular store, and the eggs were $3 and like 50 something cent for a dozen. So I get to the counter because I really didn't want to go to a separate store. But anyway, I get to the counter, and even the clerk says, sis, I'm gonna put these eggs back for you because I'm gonna need you to run around to the other store because they got them at the other store. You can get 18 for the same price. He was like,
See,
"Cause the eggs here are ridiculously priced. They're priced too high. Like I'm telling you, the other store is literally 2 minutes around the corner." He literally took my eggs
that
that I was about to purchase. He was like, I can't let this happen to you, sis. Go around there to the other store and get the 18, get the 18 eggs for the same price." And I was like, "Thank you so much for that tip." I'm knocking my glass over and stuff. But eggs, it's ridiculous how everything is inching up. Not only that, for those who are like me, I rent. I don't own a house. I rent a house, and the rent is inching up like little by little, right? It might have started here, and then now it's like inching
well,
up.
you got a cap on that. Well, I'll say that for Georgia.
There is no rent
We have a
control. I don't
cap
think
on
in
that.
Oh,
Louisiana,
what
and
Adrian?
there's no rent control in Texas. So, like in Georgia and California, I think you guys have
Adrian, don't
rent
come to that,
control.
bro.
Yeah, we coming to that.
But now,
And so,
here in Georgia, I moved into this house where I'm at in 2019. So shortly after that, the pandemic hit. But I remember when, upon signing this lease, the first lease, um, they'll only increase it 5 times. Well, this is 2024, so this is gonna be my fifth renewal or whatever.
Mm.
Um, this is it, maxed out. Now, only thing about that too, I know you probably aware of this, Jonathan, but they'll, depending on who owns the home, if they feel like they can get more by renting to new customers than to the current. They'll just buy
Yep.
the house from up under you.
Yep.
And then y'all got so X amount of time to get out and go find something else.
Yep.
But like I said, it's always about it. They could care less about inconveniencing you and your family. They don't care about that. Ain't no feelings. And that's another thing too. I think people really ain't no feelings in money.
There is no feelings in there. Did you guys know that D.R. Horton actually sold a complete subdivision to a landlord?
That's crazy. That is
so they built homes, and every home they built in that entire subdivision, it's been more than one subdivision. They were rental homes.
Right.
So
anyway, I want to get to this point with Adrian real quick. He said, I know y'all talking food, but these barbers are losing their mind. Now, I know equipment pricing or whatever, but you ain't buying equipment that often. The skill sets, I mean, I get it. It's an artist form or whatever, but dog, I know barbershop talk ain't really my thing no more. But my son definitely has a head full of hair and he's got dreads and twists and stuff now. And when I he came to stay with me last year. And so I had to, first of all, you can't just go to a barbershop and sign a list no more.
No.
They're like, nah, you got to download the app. So what?
Yep.
You got to download the app. And then
even in Brookhaven, you got to download the app.
In the appointment.
Brookhaven.
I was like, what? So I'm going to pay for an appointment a week from now. Hope to God we can still make it because, happens.
What if he die?
But then when I saw he was getting at the time when he was standing, he had a box fade, okay?
Mm.
So all he gets is shaved up right here, shape up on the sides. He said, don't touch my top. So it's a line, shape up on the sides, shape up, around the box fade, leave the top alone.
Ooh.
With tip.
Ooh.
How much?
I was walking out of getting whooped for $40.
Yep.
$40 for this?
Yep.
You ain't really doing nothing.
Yep.
Did y'all see what Tammy Roman
$60 a haircut?
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you now. What you say?
Tammy, what?
Did y'all see what Tammy Roman posted yesterday about the girl who charged her $350 to get her her hair braided straight to the back?
Oh, I heard she's. Did she say she was like prepared to pay $200, but $350?
She was prepared to pay $200, which is ridiculous for your
cornrows.
Cornrow to
cornrows going back.
Like Allen Iverson.
Stylist, that's ridiculous. Yep. I'm not gonna pay you that to just braid my hair to the back. That's a what?
If that's the case, we in the wrong business.
$5 style.
I sure am. I need to stop selling houses and start braiding hair.
She say $60 haircut made my son buy his own clippers and he cuts his own hair now unless it's some kind of special occasion. Mm-hmm. Who is this?
Bro, say Adrian said my cuts are no less than 50, and I got hair.
That's
they
Renee.
Be doing just the size, and they do $50, bro. Hey man, you better go get you some clippers, dog. Like your girl said, go.
Say man, you better get to one of them barber colleges.
I switch barber for that reason.
No. I can't say that now. I will say this. So here's the reason why I learned to use clippers myself. I do. When I still had hair, I would go and get I said I'm gonna try because I had just moved to Jackson, so I ain't really know a barber like that or whatever, Jackson, Mississippi. So I went to the hair school or whatever at first. Well, they getting certified, yada yada. Somebody didn't clean their clippers.
Oh no, you got an infection?
And I got staph in the back, like right along my hairline on the back of my neck.
Dang.
That was it for you.
Yeah, no. Because staph is something, oh my God. But anyway, man, ever since then I was like, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out myself. And that's what I do. And I shape up, I line up, I do all this stuff myself. I even started doing other people's hair. I could do a little basic season. I can get that done. But nah. Adrian, $50. And you I think he keep his stuff braided up top. No, thank you. I was say no hot towel, no nose hair, just a regular.
I know, just a regular cut. So who's there with the AAA? Because they got my wife like that. My wife was
Let me see here.
out.
Don't start with the new tipping culture.
Mhm.
I was
My
floored when the
wife
AAA
had a.
technician proceeded to tell me I could tip him through Venmo, Cash App, etc.
Yep.
Sir, huh? What?
That's Leslie.
That's exactly what happened to my wife. She was about an hour away. LJ and I were here. She had a flat tire. She called AAA. I was like, "Look, I'll come get you." No, 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 no. You got the boy. It's time to go to bed. And I was like, "Okay, well, just keep me abreast of what's going on."
Mm.
And she came in the house. She was mad. He just kept asking me for a damn tip. Talking about, I do Cash App, I do Venmo, I do Zelle, I do.
Mm.
All he did was change the
Yeah.
tire and put a little air in the spare. We
Man, I
took.
ain't got time for them. That's why I'm teaching my kids, both boy and girl. I don't care. Y'all gonna learn how to change your tires.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
You gonna learn how to change
Definitely.
your tire. Yeah,
Yeah,
staff is definitely a mother.
Staff
They
is a
don't even
motherfucker.
clean their clip. Bruh,
Ew.
no more walk-ins. Now, exactly. Like I said, bruh, they told me I walked in there and I was just like, got my son, he just moved here. I'm not really familiar with the barbers in the area, whatever. Can you tell me a little bit about what your service offer this and that? Oh man, you gonna have to go download the app and
Mm-hmm.
I gotta have an app, God.
And they don't even
Yeah.
get all the money from the app. The app keeps
If
a
I go
certain
low, I'm
percentage.
cutting my hair for
So
sure.
I'm like, y'all be better off getting a damn beacon, you know what I'm saying, and a beacon link and have people scheduled through that. That way you keep all your damn money.
I might just cut all my hair. Ross, what? Come on, bald and beautiful is a nice. We living over here, bro.
Hey,
Women love us,
triple B, bald,
but
black, and beautiful.
you gotta have that beard too. Beard game. I'm telling you. Yes, I know all the tire changes,
Right.
but he gets paid a contracted fee from AAA. Why am I tipping you?
Even
Even
Subway?
Subway.
Eat fresh.
Hell no.
They got to recoup all that money they paid Jared.
Hell no. Not that the Subway, boy.
That's Leslie, y'all, with the comments. I'm trying to call them out as they come up.
Which one?
About
AAA?
the AAA. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
on the tipping culture too. She talked about the tipping culture.
Yeah,
Yep, that is
tipping
out of
culture.
control.
Cheryl, what's the most inconvenient tip that you've ever had to experience with?
Man, my beard lavish.
The most inconvenient tip, you mean with the barber or just in general?
You yourself, what have you experienced? What tip have you ever paid that you felt like was ridiculous?
Oh, my barber. I switched barbers for this very reason. The barber that I had before this barber, he was charging me $60 to get my hair cut. Now, mind you, I don't cut the top. I just literally keep the sides low, $60. And then I would
Like
tip
Your
my
that.
daddy
son.
wants you to grow that hair out. Come on now.
Yeah, it is. I'm growing it out now, but just the size I don't grow out. So at the
Yeah.
time, he was charging me $60. Plus, I would tip him like 10. I found another barber who only charges me 35. So I just thought that was ridiculous. The most egregious tip I ever paid was to a nail tech who did a trash service on my feet. Yeah, I tipped her anyway, and I shouldn't have. And I only tipped her 5, but I felt like that was too much. She was terrible, absolutely trash. Worst service I ever.
The worst tip
Oh,
I
that
think
was
I
what I
ever
had to take.
paid.
So the 35 was because my son was under 15. Once he turned 15, prices skyrocketed even more. There's even though size wise he ain't changing, he gonna be the same kid at 15 years and 16 as at 14. Because that's how our bloodline works. We grow early, and then once we about 15, this is our grown man body. But yeah, nah, I was like, why does that matter? He still ain't got no job. Like, what is the difference? You think he's supposed to chip in on the haircut now? What?
Yeah, definitely.
In Chicago area, I can get a beard trim with nose, ear, facial scrub, and hot towel 25 with the Arabs. All right. Assalamu
Where
alaikum.
is
With
that?
the Arabs. You see that key point though.
Oh, that's
With the
Eric.
Arabs.
And I only do occasions. I have my own clippers do it myself. Assalamu
Now
alaikum.
here's my question. This is my question to whoever it is. I can't see your name,
That's
whoever
Eric.
you
That's
are.
my cousin Eric Sadler. What's up, Eric?
Okay. Eric, this is my question to you. So that's you doing business with the Arabs. What does it cost you if you do business with your own community, your own people? That's what I want to know. Why did you eventually go veer off to the Arabs? I want to know that.
because it's $25.
I mean, but you know, we wouldn't necessarily go look for it. You know, for us, Cheryl, too.
A
That's
little
just one
20
thing.
twin. That's
We
why.
like
He
to stick
told you
with
$55.
$55.
That's
Good Lord. You cut
So
it
a
in half.
$30 difference based on who.
Yep. But would you go to someone else if
Crab legs.
you get better or the same quality for less?
I mean, if it's better or the same quality, yeah, I'm going to them for less.
Have you ever
Here's the
had
thing.
turkeys
I'm
massage?
trying to
Massage?
support. I'm
Right.
trying to support my own people. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I wanna circulate the black dollar. I believe in that. But I need us to be a little more reasonable. You
Mhm.
have to understand the way businesses work. You are never going to get out the
Mhm.
red your first year.
Very true.
Every time you start a business, expect to still be in the negative the first year, maybe even two,
3 years.
3
3
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. First
years.
about 30 months for sure.
Okay. But we, for some reason, are trying to like hurry up and get to the bag. Let me set these ridiculous ass prices and tell people I know my worth.
I know
No,
my budget.
I mean you good at what
That
you do,
part.
but you whipping my
I
ass
know my
just
budget.
trying to get your money.
That
You
bad.
whip it.
And I wish
You know your worth. Like you said, I know my budget.
my barber is a black guy. I did have to switch $60 for my little bit of hair I was getting cut. That was like a bit much for me, so I had to switch to a different barber, which is a black guy, which is just as good.
So
I
long.
still go over there, I still get a service. I said, like, I said,
Alekum salam.
I can't even say that.
Alekum salam.
And that's Leslie with that comment. So we're gonna kind of get back
We're
on
the only
track.
culture that charges these prices.
Yeah, unless it's an experience.
Yep.
Without the experience. True. And the attitude. Sometimes the attitudes be a little bit much for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know that's like an old song and dance there with the attitudes with some of our people, but I'm a little bit over it. It's the what is that word I'm looking for? It's the entitlement for me because I'm black and you're black. You're gonna pay me what you're gonna pay me regardless, and you're gonna take this attitude, and I'm gonna charge you $125 for your service. Oh,
Unfortunately, it's not even just American. It can be, for understand, you can be like in an island somewhere, right? And they ain't
Oh,
gonna be on
that's big right there.
time. They ain't
yeah,
gonna
See
be
that
on
honesty?
time.
that's the one.
That's the one right there. The quality is actually a superior. This is the one from the barber coming when I asked what's the difference. Quality is actually superior. Honestly speaking, I tried it in an emergency situation and can't lie. I was sold. Love my people, hate our prices. Guess what, folks? I'm in Atlanta. Keith Lee wasn't lying. I don't know when I can't go somewhere and get something to eat. I don't know who closes, the time people open and closing, the day they close. Bro, it ain't no consistency in none of that. It ain't. Keith Lee wasn't lying. And it's us.
Yep.
It's us. Now, if the white folk was, y'all be out here trying to protest them.
Mm-hmm.
It was 5:30 on a Tuesday afternoon. They didn't even want to serve me and my people.
Oh
And
yeah.
I it's discrimination. It's discrimination. But then you got Pookie and them out there, they out there chiefing, taking a break. And the whole office out there chiefing.
Well, I was told I charged too much for my product when it cost me a lot to make this more. It's gonna cost you, but I'm telling you, once you build, like I said, once you build a consistent clientele, you get to year 2, 3, 4, you're going to see your profit margin shift.
You read
But
about
you
that, the automatic gratuity?
cannot expect it to happen immediately.
Right.
You can't do that and think that you're gonna keep customers that way.
And then it's
Oh, yes,
striking that balance because I have IDL and Renee. I make body butter, I make pain relief cream, I make sugar scrubs, and even in that, it's striking a balance. My 2 ounces is like $10. My 4 ounces is $20. I think that's reasonable for the amount of work that goes into making a product, and the ingredients are not cheap. I'm using 100% organic essential oils in that. It takes time and money to make it. I have to turn a profit some kind of way. So it's just trying to strike a balance of, yeah, I want the product to be reasonably priced, but I also want to make a profit off said product. So I
Hey
guess
y'all,
in the way it's a catch-22. What does it
you got a
say?
point. You
This
got
is
a
letting
point.
screen.
Seriously though, we as black folks in business work solo. It is one person trying to pull through this business idea. Our other ethnicities are coming together as a family or a group, so they have room to fall back, profit share, and grow together. 100% honest agree. I had a coworker of mine. He had a neighbor of the Asian uh
I met
we'll
too.
say persuasion. But
Mhm.
he said I go out and cut my grass every Wednesday. He said I noticed every Wednesday my neighbor always had cars lined up outside his house. Always, every Wednesday. Clockwork. He said, so one day I was out there cutting my grass and my neighbor came outside and I just, hey, this is now a greater time to ask him as ever. So I said, hey, he said, hey man, um, why do you always have these cars lined up around your house?
Mm.
And his neighbor told me, he said, oh, this is my community. We meet every Wednesday to we have our meeting, we discuss business strategies and things of that nature. We also take profit shares and put them in a pot. And that pot is meant for others who come over from our native countries or whatever. They come over. So when they come over, we have the money, the finances already set up for them to start a business,
Were
have
they
somewhere to
African?
live.
Were they African?
No, this was Asian.
Okay, I can see that too.
This was Asian.
Just-
But he said, yeah, we already. Have you ever noticed that that's why they work the way they work out of those shops? Have the kids out. This is what they do. This is their livelihood. This is all they have.
Right.
But they didn't come in and have to go and get a loan for this. Their own community did this. They established that for them.
That's what that whole. I think we've kind of abused it, but they called it the lotus blossom or whatever it was that we were doing, the loom or whatever. It's kind of like that, but that's what they've been doing for forever now.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but somebody got into it and made a pyramid thing over here. Kind of crazy, but
All right.
But I can tell you from experience, if you're always trying to double your money immediately, it's going to be hard because you're not ordering enough product to get it cheap enough to compete with major businesses. Sometimes
hmm
making a $3 profit instead of $8 profit is what's going to help you build the business until you keep flipping your bread to buy product in bulk and allow that $3 profit to actually be double.
hmm
Again, it's going to take time. That's what I was saying.
Oh, it does.
It's not going to be an immediate thing. And as long as you stay consistent with it, continue to build your clientele with it, continue to provide the
loyal
utmost.
clientele,
Yeah, but
loyal
your
clientele.
service, your customer
hmm
service still matters. There's a
Right.
Gotta be
reason
on
why
point.
some of you people who are starting businesses but felt like you were too good to work at Walmart back in the day,
Mm.
or why they won't hire me because your attitude was shit. And it don't change now just because you started a business. You got a bad attitude. And don't nobody want to deal with that shit.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, you gotta build. You gotta
Tell
build
the
your
truth.
hotel. Yeah. It's Let me see. Adiel and Renee been in business since 2018, and I got a loyal set of customers. I would like for that to grow because the ones that know the product love the product. But then, like you said, being consistent and getting out here and pushing is it's something. Just like with this podcast too, you know. Uh, at the end of the day, the profit margin will be quite different, I think. And I have thought that far through. But yeah, it still takes some consistency. But she's right. That was Renee. And before her was Chalmette that made the comment about pricing her stuff accordingly. Yeah. Shit's hard out here for a pimp. Ain't that what we were saying,
It's
Jonathan?
hard out here for
You know, Nick.
Or in my case, a non-pimp.
whoop
I'm
that.
a
Whoop.
non-pimp.
Okay.
How
Sherry, need a
about no?
break?
Yeah, it's time for a break.
Yeah, let's take a quick break.
Y'all hang out with us through the break. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna
We
be
having
all
a
right.
so y'all listen, stay in for this. Go. I'm ready.
We got it's much better later on. Trust me, it's gonna be hot. Y'all hang on,
Apparently,
don't go
I ain't
nowhere.
gonna lie to you. When I told you I posted on my page, whatever, you coming from my page, I told you we with the shits tonight. So y'all just brace yourself.
It's
All right.
about to
Y'all
hang
It's
on.
about
Don't change
hey,
that dial.
but as we go into this break, I do want to announce this if I make sure. I just want to announce to the people if you ever known before IMO Media Group really got going, um, I got my start with a group known as In the Zone Sports. And we did our last show back in 2019. Got an announcement for y'all, man. So we'll be right back.
We'll be
Y'all
right
stay
back.
with us.
Hey y'all, we are
Hey, hey,
back.
hey.
Hold on, let me get my camera back in place here. I had to switch over too. Let's see here.
Hey, y'all. I'll be right back.
All right. So
Hey,
cool.
hey.
I'm back. Can you hear me and see me okay?
Yes, ma'am. I sure can.
Oh Lord Jesus. It was a fire. Look, my god darn my god darn tech issues tonight is like fucking me up. So stream to your audience. You stream it on your end, all right?
Yes,
Um
ma'am. We are live.
Okay, me either. Yeah, man, my shit is like all fucked up. Okay, real life moment, y'all. Let me give y'all a real life moment here. So the day has been a day. Like that ain't even no understatement. I went to work, came from work, had to deal with a family emergency, came from there, and like now I'm up in here trying to like get my life together, right? And baby, when I tell you, I have been having the blues with this shit today, and still is because it's still cutting up. I'm not streaming to my audience right now. It's,
Oh my God.
I don't know the fuck.
You might have to go back and
I'm so sick of this shit to not. Hold on. I go right back
but if
in.
you will, I'll hold it down for you, man. I'll hold it down. Yeah, so basically, let me make sure I say this real quick. So anybody who saw the commercial or whatever, I got my start with In the Zone Sports, and last show was in 2019. I started a whole new sports venture with Underground Sports Kings, and but me and my fellow brethren, that is Willie Epting Jr. and Donnie Epting, uh, recently had a come to Jesus moment and say, you know what? What if we get back in here and we do this thing once and kind of see it because it's a whole different version of us now, man. We different animals now. So we
Mm.
decided to jump back in here and we're gonna do it so for one episode, March 13th, 2 p.m. That's right. in the afternoon, you're going to get a massive merger of Shakeback Media Group, Underground Sports Kings, all under the umbrella of In the Zone Sports. And you're going to see me and my guys get back to doing something we haven't done, but we create magic. I'm telling you, it's something amazing. And we have a real history. This is something we started back in 2012. So this is over a decade's worth of love in sports and all, and brotherhood all up into this. So thank you to everybody who tuned in and showed love to IMO Media Group. Be sure we got you back in the mix now. And yes, it is Monday.
It is Monday.
You know what?
And when I tell you I have the Mondays on Monday.
Let's do this, Cheryl. Let's do this. So sometimes, as parents, your kids can drive you batshit crazy. And you're like, I ain't going to say this in front of them, but you got to just go to the room, close the door real quick. And you just walk to your mirror and you look and you say, fuck them kids. Well, you're going to go ahead and have to say this tonight about Monday. Fuck Monday.
Fuck Monday.
Get it off your chest.
Monday.
You'll feel better. Take you a sip of something. Say what you need to say. Get it off your chest, man. Fuck Monday.
Yes, oh my God. It has been a day. I done had all these.
Are you going to teach us how to win on Prize Picks? Man, look, I put it like this. I answer this. I can't see who that is, but I answer this.
Renee,
question.
that's Renee.
Okay, so the way this works now, I always tell everybody, because I did a lot of on the Underground Sports Kings, we also, like, especially during college football season, we pick upsets, and upsets bring you big money on no matter what you're doing, who you betting against, anything like that.
Really?
We pick upsets, bowl game, we pick all that stuff over there on Underground Sports Kings. Now, I always tell people, please don't use your money based on my knowledge, but I'm gonna be real with you. I had a hell of a 2023. Purposes, I had a hell of a I had a hell of a 2023 last. I'm gonna be real with you, dog. And man, I think out of the entire college football season, I might have missed 2 upsets, and they were close. Now there are 11 weeks in college. I might have missed 2.
Let me ask you a question.
I ain't gonna say I'm the shit, but
let me ask you a question. Whoa, what do you think the Buffs are gonna do this upcoming season?
The Bucks?
The Buffs. Colorado Buffaloes.
The Buffs. Colorado. This is year 2 for Prime. Year 2 with Shador is a senior this year. Or is he a junior?
I think he's a senior.
Yeah, he's junior. He's a junior.
Y'all know.
Yeah, that's why he couldn't come out. I think he would have came out last year if he was a junior.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a junior this year, and I believe Colorado, because they're moving, I think, to the Big Ten.
They are moving.
I don't. Now, they also expanding the playoff format. I think Colorado could possibly get in the playoff format. If it's going to be stretched to 14 teams, I think they could get in.
So Renee said senior. Y'all was talking about the guy. She said he's a senior.
He's a senior.
He a senior.
Because he did 2 years freshman and sophomore at J State, right? And then
That's right. That was.
And then he did his junior year at Colorado, and this is coming up his senior year.
Yeah. So I think, and that's even, but I still feel like even if he had come out this year, Shador would have been a top quarterback. I think he would have been a top quarterback.
Okay, we got to get off these sports. Look at Renee. Renee is on it. Renee said because he declined the draft this year.
He did decline the draft. He did.
All right, look, we're going to have to switch gears because y'all know my brain don't operate in sports. I don't know who the hell y'all talking about right now.
We talking about primetime Deion Sanders football team.
And his son.
Who's that?
Shador.
Who's that?
You know Deion.
I know Deion Sanders.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
He's a coach now.
Of what?
College football.
What team?
Colorado, the Buffaloes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that that's a college team?
She's so cute.
I am green when
she's
it
so
comes
cute,
to
though.
sports. I don't know nothing about sports.
She's such a cute girl, though.
Ain't I cute? I tell you what, I'll sit there and I'll watch sports with my friend. I don't come in. I just sit there and let that person enjoy their game.
Again,
I'll ask some questions though, because I don't ask some questions. I just said that.
I did not pick Colorado.
Okay, Renee's
win the Pac-12, so I said I ain't do all that. But if you
I'm
ask questions about anything going on in basketball wise, if you're looking for anything, I can do what I can do to help you get some money, man. I do know my shit.
I appreciate
It's
it.
March
Yeah.
Madness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep me up on game, girl, because I don't be knowing. Her son plays for Indiana State, so she knows. She
Okay.
keeps up
All
with
right.
keeps up with
Keep
football.
up with it.
All right, so
Okay.
let's get back. Let's get back on course. Now, our original question was: is your relationship recession
Recession
proof?
proof.
And Renee and I was having a side conversation in text message. She was like, "Oh, I ain't got one of those. Me either, girl. Me either, girl." But we were going to talk about that because these two gentlemen do have relationship. And we were talking about how finances kind of can ruin that. But I wanted to switch gears because
Can I throw
last week
something
we were
out
talking
real quick?
about yeah. Is it about sports?
No, it's about recession. Recession
Okay.
proof.
All right, go ahead.
Guys, Recession Proof is a movie. It came out last year, but you can find it on Tubi. It's a friend of mine actually produced it and directed, and my daughter's in it. It's a great movie. I know it's on
No.
Tubi, but check
Hey
out
man, there's
Recession
some
Proof.
good stuff on
Yes,
Tubi.
good stuff
It's
on
some
Tubi.
good stuff. Not everything's full of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
not
Recession
gonna
Proof.
knock them. What's the name of it?
Tubi do
Recession
have some wild
Recession
titles.
Proof.
On Tubi TV.
They be
Your
having
daughter's in it?
titles
Your
on.
daughter's an
I'm full of
actress?
shit and I know it.
Yep, my daughter's been. She has
All
some acting
right.
credits for a few different movies now, and she was in the
Okay.
musical that won a Grammy. So she was, Jake's doing her little thing. Jake's
That's
doing
what's
her
up
little
right
thing.
there. Your partner here said we both broke. We just make it work. That's how you beat the recession.
That's
I'm
it.
trying to
That's
pull it
it.
We
up.
know this week we can have some trap from fried chicken. Next week we
Mhm.
eating ramen.
That's right. The other thing too, guys,
That part,
if
and
you want to
bologna
save some
sandwiches
money,
and peanut butter jelly sandwiches. That
if you
blasted.
want to save some money too, you know what I'm saying? I'm bringing up the real estate point.
Mm.
Get you some land and build your house. Get a private builder and build your home. It's
Okay, big
gonna be
money grip.
so much less.
I'm
It's
with
gonna be
I'm with
so much
Chalmette right
less.
now. We're just trying to make it work. He said, get you some land and build you a house with a private building.
That's what he
Yeah, I'm
said. That's
working
what he
towards
said. You
that.
heard the man
I'm
say
working
that.
towards that.
It is so much less. It is so much less.
We working on it.
Okay.
Less of a headache too, huh?
Oh God, it's so much less of a headache. The
He
upgrades
said
are
so much less,
minimal.
honey. Look, I'm building back to that. I am building back to that. I ain't there yet to be buying no land and no house. Not yet.
I'll say
We
this.
getting there.
See, when it comes down to it, the
That's that
recession
oil
proof
rig
thing,
talking.
what happened?
Somebody says that oil rig talking.
Yeah, don't it sound
Oil rig.
like it? That's that all real big money talking.
No.
Now listen, y'all. Jonathan is a real estate broker in the state of Dallas. So you listen.
Hey, he know what he know, bro. He know what he know.
He know what he know. So
He know what he know. Yeah.
I got land. I'm working on it. Very good. Congratulations.
Good
That's
deal.
Chalmette,
Good deal.
y'all.
Good deal,
So she
Charmaine.
working
Congratulations
on
to
that
you.
now.
Hey
That
man,
is
that
good.
ownership of land is just major. Because again, when you look out, we don't own much of anything. So
You gotta
congratulations
get it
to
and
you
hold it.
landowners, not just homeowners, but landowners.
Landowners.
Landowner.
You got to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey,
And I'll say this
I
You
as
got
must
far as
have
that,
bought me a spot of land.
I got something for sale
that
right there
recession proof
right there
thing.
by a lake. It leads right to the lake. It's for 250. It's a lot of people are buying and making and actually building their lake houses out there. So
Yeah.
it's a nice
Really?
little spot, and it goes from the road all the way down to the lake. So
Oh, all right,
And
cool.
let me say this as far as recession proof.
Yeah.
I think first things first, because we hear a lot of conversations about the man should be X, Y, and Z and should be the provider. And this,
mhm.
we've been talking about this for the longest.
Yep.
These are modern
Mhm.
times with modern prices. Again, you can go
Mhm.
making $250 an hour and you can buy a house for $30,000 back in the 60s, 70s, whatever. That is that
That's not where we are
Mhm.
anymore. That's not
a
where we are
reasonable
anymore.
market is around 300,000 now.
Right now in around 350, 375 is like
See,
in this
and
area.
that
That's where the market is.
10 years
350,
ago, that's
375.
ridiculous.
You know,
but again, times change. So the first thing you have to remember is because times have changed, the cost of everything has changed. It's a 2 income household now.
Mm-hmm.
And the way to be recession proof is not to live too far outside your means,
Right.
because if and when, I ain't gonna just keep it at if, but if and when one of you goes down, whether it's an injury, sickness, whatever, it's up to one of you to carry that load, and it's a heavy ass load on one.
Slip on some gravel, mess your knee up.
It's man,
It really
but
is.
it's a heavy ass load on one. So
Your
you
good
can't live
shoes.
too far outside your means just because it's the two of y'all. What
Right.
happens? Because again, like I had to I experienced that because again, 2020 I beat COVID. Wasn't nothing coming around us. July of 2021, COVID whooped my ass, and I'm talking about like it took some things from me, and my
Mhm.
wife had to carry the load for a minute because I was a whole liability.
Mhm.
Like I couldn't remember the most basic of shit.
Oh
I couldn't
wow.
be an employee who was responsible for locking up a store. I couldn't remember if I locked the door or not. I mean, like my
Damn.
memory was that damn bad.
Oh
So
my
again,
goodness.
when you are having, if something happens, can you carry this load for four,
Mhm.
5, 6, 7 people?
Mm.
You
So,
Yes,
gotta make sure you stay. Don't go too far outside your means just because you got a little something now.
yep. So, there
Mhm.
was a person that I knew,
Right.
and I listened to him. He actually started he started a business, and his wife was working, he was working, and he said that
Mhm.
uh, they he used the income he was generating from the business to pay all the bills, and they banked his wife's income each month. They were strict enough to
Mhm.
live on one income. It was like
Oh, I love that.
That's
oh my,
beautiful.
yeah, because it's like,
Mhm.
hey, if we don't, if he was saying strict with the budget, then they need it, wants versus needs. If it's a
Mhm.
want, and we don't, let's put this to the side till later greater. And then after he started building the business, he started building, and
Cheryl, I
his
want you to
Mhm.
wife,
address that.
actually left her
Okay.
job, and that was just it. But that's what they had to do in the beginning. They had to live like they were living
Mhm.
on one income, just in case shit went sideways. Because guess what?
Right.
Shit's gonna go
It
sideways.
is.
It's not if, it's
It
It's
when.
is.
when.
One of my favorite
When.
sayings come from
It's
my favorite
when.
rapper, one of my favorite rappers, Big Crit. He said, "Forever is a mighty long time. If you are in a
Mhm.
marriage, forever is what you promise each other. It's
Right.
a long fucking time, dog.
It is.
Yeah,
Shit will go sideways.
It
It
shit
will.
goes
will.
Just a matter
sideways.
of when.
People,
But
things
grandma say,
go.
just keep living.
Just
Just
keep
keep
on
living.
living, baby. Just
Just
keep
keep
on living. I
living.
like this comment right here. Thank you, Corey. True love is recession proof to me. To death do us part. Now
Yeah, that's
that
great,
is
brother.
ideal. That's the utopia,
It is.
right? That's how it is supposed to be. In an ideal world, true love should be recession proof. And it's so sad if you find that it is rare, because I learned even in my own marriage, which I thought was true love and I thought it was recession proof, that it was a marriage of convenience. And when certain things weren't being met in that relationship, we found out just how true or untrue that love was. So I do agree with that. If you can find the right person, as grandma said, that you can stick it out with, and it should be till death do us part. I like that concept that Jonathan said. Like if you have two people in the household, right, you and your wife,
Hmm.
and you can bank the one income and just live,
Hmm.
live off the other ones. I can say for a good majority of our marriage, when I was married, we did do that, where like
Hmm.
we lived off of his, we banked mine, and that worked very well. We were able to go on a vacation and do all the things we wanted to do. We had a house that was paid for, we had our vehicles. So for all intents and purposes, it seemed like it was great. But yeah, I think it comes down to, with that recession proof, both partners have to be on the same page when it comes to that. If one gets out of alignment even just a little bit, you just about to fuck shit up. It just ain't gonna work.
So how do we get in alignment? That's a great question. So what do you think? How do we get in alignment? I have some ideas, but I'm I'm,
Well,
I'm gonna pitch it to y'all first.
well, you
How do we get in
started
alignment?
you started nicely first though. The division line or the deciding factor of wants versus needs. I say don't just
Mhm.
start there with you and your spouse. Teach that to your kids too, because
Hmm.
you know
Right.
your kids is really your most expensive bill.
Mhm.
These little
Very
fuckers
true.
cost.
They liabilities. They ain't bringing no income in. They ain't no assets. They liability. It's call it what it is. Yo, kid, y'all say what
Oh Lord.
your kids are liabilities. They
You know
cute,
what?
dog, but they don't bring
He
in
got
no
in
income. They're
the
not assets.
camera for that. Y'all see Jonathan got
He
I
did.
want y'all to understand. Your kids are
sir.
liability.
But you know what?
Is that the
It's not on
equivalent of
that,
fucked
but
up
they
shit?
also your most
No.
toxic relationship. They are.
What?
They can be.
Your
Your kid,
kids?
think about this, Cheryl. Cheryl, listen to this. They come into this world, they don't know to love you. Love is
No,
something
they
that
don't.
has to be learned. But this is a piece of your heart walking around on two legs. You would
Mhm.
literally do anything and everything for this person,
Mhm.
this
And they
one
know
being,
it.
and God forbid if it's two of them or more. But you will literally
And
do
a lot.
anything for this person. And guess what?
Mhm.
Most of the time, they don't like you.
Really?
They mad at you, especially when they hit them teenage years. They can't
Hmm.
stand your
Oh, they get
monkey head.
over it. They get over it
They
though.
get
They
over
get
it
over
eventually because you've seen the other side of it. I'm talking about the ones who still got to weather that storm of teenage
it.
years.
Mhm.
You going through that phase, and that's when they become the most expensive. But at the same time, they don't like you. They
Nope.
love you. They've learned to love you at that point in time. But it's also based on
I
what
don't
you
think my
can do
kids
for
like
them.
me.
You don't think they like you?
Oh,
Well, you know,
I think they love me. I think my girls absolutely adore me.
you
I
know,
think it still needs to have some like in there. For them to like you needs to they want to be around you.
I think they like me. I think they want to be around me. I mean, I don't know. I think we had a pretty good relationship, my daughters and I. I was tough as shit when they were teenagers. Like I ain't let up off the gas with them when they were teenagers. Because I knew how I was as a teenager. So I ain't
Exactly.
let them off of them. So yeah, they probably didn't like me at that point in time, but they love me now. They're all adults. So
you know what
yeah.
I learned that feelings catch up.
Look, 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 look. Who is this? Oh, that's why I'm
Feelings
always
catch up.
broke. Renee.
Hey, as long as you're doing right, you're trying to teach them, you're giving them example. You know, I mean, you
Oh
want to be
Lord.
emotionally there for the kids and all,
What?
but wait a minute, let me read this. That's why I'm always broke.
I know,
Mine are
right?
grown and
That's
keep me
crazy.
broke. Mine are still in college, and because they still in school, I pay phone bills, car insurance. I be paying $100 a month instead of paying 450, 550 a freaking month. You need a whooping.
Well, listen, I kind of pay one of my daughters.
I
She's on
feel
my
you. I feel
phone.
you, dog. I'm joking.
Yeah,
Whoever it is, I'm joking. But no, you
that's
need a whooping.
Renee.
Renee,
Renee
you need a
Roy.
whooping. You need
Well,
a
I want to
whooping.
circle
You
back
need a
to
whooping.
like your question about how do we do that? How do we get into alignment? Especially, and that doesn't include the $50 here and $100 there. Yeah, and the 25 here and cash at me here. And hey, you go out. Let's go
Hmm.
out to dinner. My kids always get me with that. Not anymore. Not lately, because no is my favorite word now with them on some stuff. But they were like, let's go to brunch. We get the brunch. Who paying? Let's go to
You,
dinner.
but
Who paying? Let's
but
run to
I
the
you,
mall. Oh, mama, just buy me this one little thing right here. Just buy
that's
me this
why
one.
that's why your kids will
Yeah.
forever be your broke best friend. That's why I said it's toxic as shit. It is
Oh
it
no,
is,
listen.
because they
guys.
don't they don't
I
owe
get
you
it.
a thing.
No, that's when no comes in. Set boundaries.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
third
Nope.
year
Set
They
medical
don't
boundaries.
owe you
school.
a
Learn
thing.
to
They
say
didn't.
no.
Oh, so that's an
Oh my
investment for you
damn.
because you finna get
Yeah,
free
it's for
medical.
Renee.
Look, you finna get free medical for the rest of your life. Uh,
Oh no, she gonna finish Renee. That's Renee. So she does have a
Renee,
daughter that's
Renee, Renee,
in her third
go
year of
ahead.
medical
Look, no,
school.
Renee, that's an investment. Go ahead
Yeah.
because you get free medical.
Yeah.
You just walk in there, your
That's
daughter gonna
right.
see
Push
you.
off.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Copay what?
Mhm.
Copay who?
Right.
Deductible what?
I will say this for the medical field for doctors. I work in a wound care. I work for a wound care company now, and they pay their nurse
Good job,
practitioners and
Renee.
their doctors extremely, extremely well. That is a very, very, very lucrative field
Man,
to be
it's
in.
the stuff they
Hey,
go
Myron,
through.
welcome to the show.
It's
We've
the
been chatting it
stuff
up
they
about a few
go
different
through.
things. They also can be your best investment. Thank you, Corey. They can. Yeah, we were talking about is your relationship recession proof, but honestly, this is a lanyard show. We're just talking about a little bit of everything.
Hmm.
Honestly, we had some tech
Yep.
issues. So we were talking about our kids being our broke best friends, basically, right now. That's what we're talking about. Kids
Yep.
being
But
our
you were
broke
talking
best friends.
about
And I
me.
love my kids, but tonight they even monopolize your time. That's what happened with me tonight. I had to help my one of my daughters do something, and it came up to the show. That's why I'm in my wife beater. I literally took my uniform top off and sat down and turned the camera on. Didn't have much prep time, man. I just got off. I'm in Vegas.
Yep. I
Are
get
you
it.
now, Myron? Okay, have enough fun for us out there in Vegas.
Say
He
what?
lives
Say
in
her.
Vegas. Okay.
Living in
Vegas.
Vegas must be so different than when we go and be on the strip and all.
Oh,
Because we see
Myron
the
don't have
glitz
any
and
kids.
glamour.
He ain't got no kid.
Uh,
He ain't no
living
kid.
He
la
has no kids.
vida
Myron has no kids.
loca.
No kids.
Hey
And this is
man,
the amazing part. He's one of my classmates.
enjoy
It's
your life.
amazing. Enjoy it.
Enjoy
He
your
is. He's
life.
in Vegas. Literally in Vegas.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Yeah,
Chalmette
but
got
I
to
but
live
I
in
do love my
Vegas.
kids. I love my kids. I love my
Yeah,
kids.
we
I
do.
love
We
my
love
kids.
them. Shoot.
But
We try to do
they
all
but
we
they
can
still
for 'em.
liabilities right now. They still liabilities.
Here's
But that
another thing.
Especially
that
that
still
9 year old.
goes back to what you were saying. That
What?
hard line of wants versus needs. I'm in
Mm-hmm.
the process right now. Both my kids are 14. My son will be 15 in June. So now we're gonna be talking about driving, being responsible, and what comes along with the territory of driving.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter will be 15 in September. So like I said, they're both having, and they're gonna start working this summer and things of that nature. So now, it's definitely going to shift financially. You're going to start making your own money. So the things that you want, that's on you. The things that you need, I got you. But now, where does that great divide happen at? You're gonna have to figure out the must-haves. What can you live without? Things of that nature.
That
Socks,
part.
drawers, toothpaste, and such. And when I'm not gonna have you buy that. I got you. Got you, baby. Your drawers are starting to get holes in them. It's cool. We get you some more. Happy birthday. We
Happy
got you. That's what we do.
birthday. That
Or
part.
just because.
You know. But them tickets to go see 21 Savage in June, they showed like, Daddy, please, please, please.
Oh no, they gotta get their own.
I don't like the way these grades look. This
How
is
much
not a
them
need.
tickets cost? 21, 21, 21.
Bruh, I wish they were 21.
I don't even know.
Bruh,
21,
it's
21, 21.
$72 to sit on a lawn in the way in the back. Bring your own lawn chair. $72. That's an amphitheater. $72 just to sit in the lawn in the back. So as you go closer, it's racking up. But now I'll say, man, the wants and needs, you have to be strict. That line has to be a hard line. You can't be flexible with it.
Yeah, you're right.
No, you got to. I mean, my kids are all adults now, but even when they were teenagers, they had to learn that, wants versus needs. And although, yeah, some things you can do, and we had them do a lot of stuff, man. They got them. One daughter got to go to Europe. One daughter did all the dance stuff in the world, which was stupid expensive.
It sure was.
Love you, Myron.
Yeah.
You're our people too. And here's the thing, though, you got to learn how to say no. Like my kids and I are going to see Cat Williams this Sunday. Everybody had to pay for their own ticket. You can go with Mama, but I need y'all to come up off your own money because I ain't paying. Very good.
Negroes.
This one.
That's the one.
Negroes.
This is Renee. Love mine.
Would you like some refreshments, Negroes?
Oh, thank you,
Ain't
Charlotte.
so. Bernie Mac is my guy, but he made me comfortable in my skin, being able to say fuck them kids.
Oh my goodness! Thank you, Charlotte.
God bless the memory of Bernie Mac.
Oh yes, yes indeed, we loved it.
A true king of comedy. I can't. Two of them I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know
he
about.
had me at that hung low joke back in the day. I'm blessed. I'm hung low.
I'm blessed.
Hung low.
I'm big
Girl,
bone.
I love
The big
it.
bone.
Bless myself, big bone.
I have FDK Mobile. What's FDK? Oh, got it.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck the kid.
Fuck them kids mobile. Yes, indeed. Oh, speaking of the lady who came up with Fuck Them Kids, Auntie Hammy, she just opened up a comedy club in Biloxi, or it will be opening like on March the 25th or something. her grand opening. So definitely looking forward to that. I think that's the question for you, Jonathan.
How many credits did I need to graduate? Now ask them how many they need now. How many credits did I need to graduate? I forgot how many credits
Yeah, I
I
think we
needed.
have two different conversations going on. Let's see.
Yeah, I forgot how many credits I needed to graduate. That
And
was
shit, I
that
don't
was
know.
that was some years ago. That was so I graduated in '98 from Jackson State. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so
V.
that's right. That's right.
Let me
So
see
yeah, well,
what's
some milk
going
ain't
on over here
good.
on let's see what kids. Yeah, shoot. But
So
I don't know. I think it's two conversations. Here we go. We're coming up on an hour and 16 minutes. Milk and cookies. Milk and cookies. I love Bernie Mac. Man, I want to
hey,
talk
want
about that
some
whole
milk
thing. And that
and
was the other
good.
thing. And for the next show. But y'all, I watched a little bit of the Joe Rogan and Cat Williams interview. Anybody saw that? Joe
No,
Rogan
I
and
didn't
Cat
get a
Williams.
chance to see it.
I heard
Talk
about
to
it. I
me.
have to go
Talk to
back
me
and see
about
it.
it.
Man, they got on spirituality and God. Like they're having a serious conversation about it on Joe Rogan show, which was surprising. I didn't know this conversation was gonna go like that, but y'all know how Cat Williams do. When he get on an interview, he gonna take it where he wanted to go.
Oh, it's going anywhere. You just
And
got to be strapped up.
yeah, it's going wherever he wanted to go. So he was talking about spirituality, and Joe Rogan was talking about something he had read in the Bible, and they were kind of going back and forth. Uh, I can't stomach Joe Rogan. Yeah, I really don't watch Joe Rogan, but it came up on my YouTube feed yesterday, and I think Cat did the interview like 2 days ago, and it's doing the same thing like it did when he did with Shannon Sharp, with the numbers going up, 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 up. But the convo is different. It's like a whole different. It's not
I
even the
think
same.
he
It
asked.
didn't.
He broke
It didn't
down
read messy. Yeah,
how did he when I think when I heard about it was how he broke down how he proved that God exists.
he
Cat
melded
Williams or Joe Rogan?
Yeah,
spirituality with
Cat
science. With
Williams.
science,
Mm.
he kind of wove the science into it. He was saying like if you look at NASA, and if you look at the satellites and how the Earth looks from space, and he just kind of connected all the dots.
Wow.
You could do it that way too, scientifically in spirit. Where we talked about this on the show, where they like in the spirit, where they call it spirit, but in science they call it energy. Y'all remember
Yeah.
that basic fact you learned about? For every action there is an equal but
Opposite and
opposite
equal reaction.
reaction. It's
Mm-hmm.
energy. If you throw,
Until something with
yeah,
a
if you
greater
throw a ball in the air, it's gonna come down. Right. If you throw a
every
boomerang,
motion.
what is it gonna do?
Yeah,
Come
it'll
back.
come back to you.
Yeah, it has emotion. It's coming back to you. So it was talking about like the energy and how everything in this world is pretty much ruled by energy. And so I didn't watch the
Yeah,
whole show because it was
and,
3 hours
and
long. And
motion.
I'm sorry, I don't have 3 hours to dedicate to sitting down. I had spent too much time watching Who the Fuck Did I Marry?
Risa Tisa, you had
Reese.
10 hours to watch Risa Tisa.
Lisa Tisa. I ain't even bothered, bro. I ain't even bothered.
Baby, it took me 2 days to sit through Reese and I said, I just don't have a stomach to sit through Joe Rogan and Cat
Hey
Williams.
y'all, the captain
Yeah,
is
Cat was
loose.
on there. Cat was
The
on there. And it
captain
was
is loose.
is open. I will say this for Joe Rogan. In that particular episode, I don't watch the Joe Rogan podcast, but it seemed like he was very open to the conversation that was being had. And they talked about religion. They didn't shy away from talking about demons and angels and God and spirit. And they didn't shy away from the topic. So what did I miss? Energy can't be created or destroyed, right? It can only be
Yo, this the last comment.
transformed. That broad was stupid as hell. What broad?
Risa Tisa. That's
Oh
what it
Risa
said.
Lord.
Tisa. Oh, but listen, Risa said it too, right? Risa said, listen, this what made me watch it, y'all. She said, listen, I'm gonna tell my story. I'm gonna even tell the parts that make me look bad. So I already know that y'all gonna say I'm stupid. She said that off top. She said that right out the gate. And I'm like, girl. So I kept watching it, and it just got worse and worse and worse and worse
So her name is really
and worse.
Teresa, and she goes by Risa Tisa. Okay, I get it.
Renee said Joe ass was scared to not talk about it with cat crazy ass on his show. You better know he better have stood up. He better stood on all 10 toes. Don't come up in here scared now. Don't come up in here
Now
scared.
I'm gonna tell
Risa
y'all
Tisa.
somebody else that's
I
really deep.
watched all of that because it was crazy.
Mhm.
Who? Who else?
Lucius Lyons. Lucius Lyons on math.
Oh,
Um,
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard
Terrence
is
Howard.
a freaking
So
genius.
I gotta ask you
He's
a
a
question.
mathematician. Mhm.
Do y'all want? Do you have time to hear a little snippet from the show?
Yeah, go
Sure,
ahead.
go ahead.
All right, so we'll play a little snippet from the Joe Rogan show. This is Cat Williams speaking on proof that God exists.
Okay.
Let's go.
Here's the thing. The fact that there is a God is the biggest conversation worldwide. But the truth of the matter is, there's more reason for you to believe there is a God than there is for you to not. Like the way that things interact. So he made a cow. No, to make a cow, it means you had to also have made grass. And it means you would have had to have invented a whole new eating system for this animal, which was cud. And that means you would then have to give him 3 stomachs to be able to, and you would have to have known that he was going to then emit a gas that was going to be necessary on the planet. Like none of these things
Fertilizer
are right. The fact that everything goes together is how you know.
It's pretty wild. And every time we step in, it goes haywire.
Right.
Every time human beings do it.
Predictably haywire.
Haywire.
Right.
Haywire.
In other words, he's saying that. I mean, let's go. Let's take the cow and move backwards. So if I had the cow, I had to know they have to have 3 stomachs and grass and water and this and that for it to even live and give milk and then be able to feed. So it's like a whole. I'm taking this and moving backwards in time and forward in time just from this one thing. So imagine it with every living organism on this planet if that happened. If you take a look at the forethought, because it just ain't.
Well, look
Yeah,
at it from this perspective too. I did this on a show for my cousin Marcus, who passed away, Marcus Weems. I did a show. It was an old school type, like when I first started the podcast. We all start with what? We all agree that we have energy in our bodies, that we're spirit. Can we all agree on that? Like
Yep,
there's a certain amount of kinetic energy flowing through us. Can we start
yep,
there? Consciousness,
absolutely,
right? Consciousness.
absolutely.
That's where we start. How does a sperm become a sperm? How does consciousness get in a sperm? And men have millions of
Energy,
sperm that's being
energy.
produced inside of his body every freaking day, right? That's
Yep,
consciousness inside that. So yeah, we are the egg carriers, but men carry life in their bodies. That's the grand design when God made man. So if nothing else, you can't prove that we came from an ape, but we can prove that, yeah, God probably did breathe consciousness into us because we're organic,
hmm
just like trees, just like
hmm
water. We're mostly
hmm
water. We're organic creatures, right?
hmm
Who
That's
made
right.
a man?
Right.
We didn't. Who? And even if you have the concept that, hey, we came from apes, who made the ape for us to evolve to this? It didn't just drop. What did we do? Where did we come from? So there
We just
is an
didn't
origin
crawl out the
story.
water.
That's right. There
It
is an
was
origin
forethought.
story for us,
hmm Yep,
right? So that's why I look at it. I'm like, that's an amazing thing that men hold consciousness in their bodies. And that consciousness grows when it's fertilized, when you fertilize an egg. That
that's right.
consciousness begins to form into a human life.
hmm
That alone should explain to everyone there is a higher power.
I.
Call it God,
That's right.
Buddha, Muhammad,
The
Tao,
universe.
whatever you call it, spirit, Holy Spirit. Think about life. God said he created man after his own heart, right? After his own
hmm
image. He
hmm
put life in y'all. Does anybody else see it that way? That you all literally are teeming with life in your own
Yep,
body. Of course, you
yep.
need us to make it come to life too, but we just hold the egg. The egg is lifeless until the sperm hits it, and then it
That
What it's
means
becomes
that
called,
throughout this life, we're gonna need a team. We need a teammate to make
what
this
it's
next
called
thing
right.
happen.
is harmony.
Yep.
Harmony,
Everything when when
Yin
balance.
and
when it
yang.
works in the way that God intended for it to work. And like we said, we don't get in the way. We don't try to reprocess it or anything like. When we just allow the things that He created to work, you will see the beauty and the harmony in it. It's going to do exactly what it's supposed to do, the way it's supposed to do, when it's supposed to do it. Um, Problem is, and like you were saying, the greed of man throws off the harmony.
hmm
We always want to profitize everything. and monetize it and like how they out here now, like we can't tell what's real meat or they're real chicken because they reprocess and everything, and it's
Making steak out of feces and everything. You remember that?
and we don't know what the life expectancy is of stuff like that. Ain't nothing, I don't care what you make all that stuff from. I'm sorry, it's just not natural. It doesn't get any more realer than the way, like I said, the God intended it to be. So when we learn to get out of our own way and just allow things to work the way they're supposed, you'll see the beauty of it, the harmony of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that in itself is nothing but proof of God.
Yep.
Right. That's how I feel about it. So I was appreciative that they had the conversation in the first place, because it ain't a lot of mainstream podcasts having that level of depth of conversation. At least I hadn't seen it. I've heard about gossip. I done seen so much about Portia and her 15-month marriage than I ever want to see. Then that lady was married until the other day, and now she ain't married no more. Like I've heard more about that than conscious conversations that are being had. So I was
It
just really.
wasn't recession proof.
It was not recession proof. No, back to the original topic of the show. It most definitely was not recession proof. Something was going on. 15 months and you divorced? What was that? At least she was married longer than Risa Tisa.
Please don't change the thought.
Oh no, not at all. Like I definitely believe that men are the life bringers. I know we have a lot going on with men this and women that. At the end of the day, it's like Wayne said, it's about harmony and balance. That's why we are here for one another, male and female. We're
We
here
need each other.
to help populate and make. We need each other. We really most definitely do need each other. That blasted.
Yep.
Shoot, I'm not one of them women that's like, I don't need a man for nothing. Oh, that's a lie. Y'all need him for a lot of stuff.
And not just getting the stuff off the top shelf for you, right?
Not just getting the stuff off the top shelf. I need emotional support just like he does. And I need the physical side of things too. Women be tripping talking about, yeah, you need it too. You need physical touch too. We're not gonna sit here.
I always break that down. I don't care what nobody say. I don't need a man. Fucking lies. I don't give a shit what nobody say. One of the most dangerous positions sexually is missionary. When you're making eye contact and tongue kissing each other, you can't get that shit from your dildo.
No, you cannot, because it's not physical touch. It's not organic. It cannot reciprocate your feelings. It can't reciprocate your love. And if you have somebody who genuinely loves you, it just makes it all the more better. I need emotional and physical support, just like I'm pretty sure my partner will be needing that when I get to that point in life. What did he say? Recession proof. I was considered a valuable essential worker. I didn't get it done. They were given $480 a week plus 600. Yes, I'll caught up. Yeah, but that's that. I lost my train of thought, but I wanted to hit on the spiritual side of things. This is from Myron. And we're talking about being recession proof. We were talking about relationships. Myron came in late. He said he had just came in. Yeah. Can relationships last through today? No. If they don't have their minds right and their pocketbooks right, it's not gonna last. You see Risa Tisa, you see Portia, very shallow examples, but still. And here's the thing too with women. Sometimes we get, and this is what Risa Tisa said herself too. Sometimes we're so lonely and we feel like it's our time. And we meet somebody and they seem like our knight in shining armor, right? So we feel like it's our time to be happy. And so we ignore a lot of red flags because he fixed my tire. He took me to dinner. He was talking about how beautiful I was and that he wanted to marry me. Pump your brakes, sir. Because he probably lying. If he coming out the gate like that, he probably lying. No, don't do that. Like, let me just see who you are for real. Don't. Hobosexuals. This is the conversation. He was a hobosexual.
Oh,
is what he was.
Oh, the homosexual.
That's honesty. That's honesty.
Appearance supplies. she was in love with the fact of being in love. Yeah, she was in love with the fact of being in love. But that man
Mhm.
turned out to be homeless, and he was lying. He wasn't even working where he said he was working at or nothing. Just kind of
So
fucking finessed the shit out of her.
let me throw
So
something out here. Let me throw something out here
yeah,
at you, Granny. You
okay.
too, well, a homeless brother. Do you think that, what I'm saying? Do you think he tries a bit harder? His sex game is a bit more on point because he's trying to find somewhere to lay his hat as
Did you
well as
hear?
trying
You heard what Ply said on his video yesterday.
to tell us.
Did y'all not see Ply's video yesterday?
Yeah, I saw it.
Look at Wayne's face.
I saw it. I saw it.
He
I saw
said
it.
them
And I
men
look,
who
I ain't
are
gonna lie to
homeless.
you. When I saw it and heard what he said, only thing I could first thing I could say was, well, I'm so sorry for you.
Mm-hmm,
Because he was like, maybe I don't eat it. He was talking about eating
mm-hmm,
pussy, basically. And he was like, I
mm-hmm,
feel like I'm one of the best, like the top two, and I really don't know who the one is, so I'm the one and the two. But he was like, but I think he was talking about basically the release of fluids and such and whatnot. And he's like, maybe
mm-hmm.
I just ain't nasty enough. Maybe I ain't ate it nasty enough. And I'm like, I'm sorry for you. Then obviously you're not the one of the two. But bottom
Should be a
line,
warning label. It should be a warning label. That's how that. It should be a warning label.
just bottom line.
Mm.
Um, but he also said he felt like don't nobody do it better.
That,
He said
yeah,
he felt like did nobody do it better. He said unless it's a homeless man.
yep. Trying to hold it down. Like he's staying with that woman. And this, I'm telling you, and I'm going back to Risa Tisa because it's just everywhere. I just feel like that man must have been putting it down and doing something like that because she overlooked 100 million red flags. I'm like,
They
was
weren't
it that
bright enough.
good? See,
So
They,
can
I
I
don't
say
know.
they
something,
It's
weren't
sir?
some
I
bright
women
think
enough.
I,
I know personally that's like that.
They weren't
sir, I
bright
think
Hmm.
enough.
I sent it to you. Look,
What?
right, Dick, don't feel me now. That's how they
Woo!
be. But anyway, but no, so I know it was the thing came out, and it was a young lady was like she wanted to tell the world about her significant other that
Mhm,
that
Mm,
person that she's dating.
mhm.
And she had took a picture, posted a picture of herself with the person, with no face. No face, and you can see probably a little more than half of his body.
mm.
And the internet figured out who that man was with no face.
Probably Black
Like I ain't
Twitter.
talking about like it was blurred out.
Black
His
Twitter
head
can
wasn't even
figure
in
out.
the
Woo!
picture.
Man, Black Twitter can figure out
No, 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 no.
where.
See, you being too.
Okay.
Black women are the world's greatest detectives. And this is
When
why
they
I
want
don't
to.
feel sorry for none of that manipulation shit that they be
Mm.
saying. They be pretending, they be acting. You are the world's greatest detective. Just say you didn't see it. You ignored the red
No,
flags.
you
Just be
remember what I
honest.
told you though, right? The women are the greatest detectives when they trying to find some shit out about somebody else,
Other people's shit. Now, if you
other
actually
people's shit. But when
if
it
you
comes
put
to
that
their
kind of
own,
effort into your
they turn
own
a blind
shit,
eye.
Mhm.
that's my
Mm,
problem. That's my issue. And it's not me trying to
mhm,
bash women. I'm saying you're doing this shit to yourself. Yeah, he is a
mhm,
problem, but you see this shit.
mhm.
Don't tell me you
Mhm.
didn't know that that man wasn't happy.
Oh,
You,
he
you
knew.
just chose to turn a
She did
blind eye.
not.
Don't tell me
She
you
did it because
you
let me
didn't
tell
know
you
that that
what
man
what happened.
was the type that might cheat.
No, it ain't that she turned a blind eye. It's because
I ain't talking about her
we
specifically.
have a
I'm just
scenario
saying.
in our head.
Now,
Yeah, think about
Go
it.
ahead.
Sometimes women will get with a guy, they'll like a guy, and then in our heads we create scenarios of how we think is going to go. So what we do in real life is we tend to overlook certain things because we're trying to fit that man in the narrative we have in our head. Now, I've
Who
learned
fault of
something
that?
a little different in these 40 plus years now that I've been living. Now I'm
mhm,
single again and dating. I, instead of projecting, I always take a step back and ask myself, is this really what it is, or is this what I want it to be?
got it.
Is this situation really what it is, or is it what I want it to be? And I'm learning a lot from my little yay, and whatever you want to call him,
That's
because I
good.
have
That's
to
good.
ask certain questions. It's a good testing ground. If y'all gonna be fucking around with somebody, let it be a good testing ground so you can figure out, is it them or is it you? Are you projecting? Is this really what it is, Cheryl, or is it what you want it to be?
Right.
Now, to the guy I'm with, he don't do a lot of what's that word? He doesn't love bomb. It's just like yes is yes and no is no. It's not no gray area in there. It's either this or is that. And most men, real men, are like that. They not finna hit you with that a bunch of whole lot of shit. And that's another thing that scares me too. If guys talk too much nowadays, if I'm having a conversation, or we dating, or we go out to eat, and you talking way too much, I think you lying off the rip. He lying.
Oh,
Lying. He talking too much. Like
oh, so
You got something
what?
to hide,
so
so I need to distract you.
so we
Yeah,
know
that's
you ain't gonna be
good.
dating. You ain't gonna be dating no preacher no time soon again because they talk
Oh,
a
they be
whole lot.
some of them be the biggest liars.
They do. Hey, my
Uh,
mates here.
Speaking of
I'm gonna
preachers,
have to.
though, shout out to Reverend Jackson. I don't know his first name. He paid for my lunch today.
Hey y'all,
hey,
I'm gonna have
hey,
to
What'd you
bump. I'm
say,
gonna have to
Jonathan?
bump out of here. I'm gonna have to bump out of here. Yeah, y'all know
yeah,
why. I'm gonna have to bump out of
Yeah,
here,
okay.
guys.
All right, bro.
we
Uh,
know why.
all
We
right,
know why.
all right, guys. Hey, I'm gonna see y'all next. I'm gonna see y'all
I'm
next.
gonna check on you. I'm
Okay.
gonna check on you.
All right.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I will say this.
Uh,
One of the biggest lies that preacher lie to you every Sunday. First thing he say when he get up here, I won't keep you long.
and keep you long. First lie out his mouth.
And the one who really take the watch off, I don't believe that shit. That's for sure.
Oh my goodness. Oh my good. Look, she said wife home. He had to go. Y'all keep him in your prayer. Actually, he had an accident earlier, so he was hanging in there.
Yeah, he was.
Uh he was hanging on in there with us as best he could. So yeah, we had to let him go. As a matter of fact, we about to actually wrap it up in a minute. But you're right, Wayne. To a degree, women, we investigate what we want to investigate. Now, as you can see in her own case, it took her a minute to do all the investigation, but she finally got it together. She got it together. I mean, it only took her after marrying him after a year or whatever, to get it together. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. Y'all keep him in prayer. He just had a little bit of an injury and he's in some pain. So
But
yeah,
that's also
y'all
why
keep him in prayer.
I encourage everybody when they make the decision to go from dating to being
Hmm.
engaged. I always tell folks, man, do the couples therapy, do the marriage
Hmm.
counseling pre-marriage, and do not go in there and just say what sounds nice. You have to
Hmm.
be raw and honest because
Very true.
you're finna promise forever to this person. And like I said earlier in the show, forever's a mighty long time. So if
Hmm.
there's some things about this, but you love him, but if there's some things you don't like about him, you need to let him know or let her know because we're gonna be doing this for a long time.
Hmm.
And at some point in time, I
Up
don't
front.
want a conversation to blow off, and I'm left over here looking confused because you coming in cussing me out and call me all kinds of bitches because you tired of seeing my socks in the living room. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Trigger.
say something.
You need to
Like
go work on it.
once you done held this in for like 8 years, of course it's gonna come out the wrong
Hmm.
way. Well, you know what I'm saying? But
I feel like it needs to come out. Just let me know. I'm gonna let you know. You let me know. And
like,
if we
look,
truly, yeah, we'll get over it. Right.
when you go take a shit, we don't have to talk. You don't have to have the door open.
No, please God, no. Please God, no. Please close the door. What are we doing? No. Uh-uh. Now
But
some
no,
people
have
get
those
down like that.
conversations.
Some people get down like that. Oh,
I can't. I can't.
you
I'm like,
got
man, y'all. That's privacy time, bro. Do your thing. It might get ugly up in here. You might have a one-on-one with God going. You might have some things going on. That's your personal time. I don't want to talk to you and you were looking like pops up in there. Oh goddamn! Like,
oh,
no, we don't
no,
need to be
right.
talking right now.
Oh my goodness. All
You in your look,
right, I got a
hand me
couple
that
of
bill over
announcements
there.
before we get out of here. I don't know. I think if you're comfortable with each other and you don't mind, being in the bathroom while your person taking a shit and
I
vice
mean,
versa, then
if
you
that's
go
what you
for it.
do, you do
You
that.
go for it.
I
I
don't
don't
need to
know.
see the
When you're a
prostitution.
mom, you just used to everybody coming in there, your kids, your spouse, like everybody coming in
I
there, the
didn't allow
cat,
that for my wife. My wife, if she let them
you
in there,
know.
cool. But I didn't allow them to just come out and leave your mom alone. This is her private time. Come on out of there. I'll pull
Mhm.
them out.
Mm-mm. Even now, I was at my mom them house. I did a TikTok about it, trying to use the goddamn bathroom. As soon as I go in the bathroom, my mama say, "Where's Cheryl?" I thought I heard Dejan say she in the bathroom, and then I hear my sister say, "Where's Cheryl?" And then I heard my grandson say, "Honey," he called me honey, honey. Wait a minute. Why y'all calling me? I am on the
Like
toilet. Like, leave it, give
everybody
me a
needs you
minute.
right
Give
now.
me, no, stop calling me. As soon as I go in the bathroom, ain't nobody said nothing when I was sitting there watching TV for an hour, 30 minutes. Nobody ain't say nothing. The minute I get up and go to the toilet, not everybody need me. What the freak is that about? Anyway, I
Where they
got
knew
an
you was
announcement
at.
before we get up here. All right, no peace when you have kids. Now I have all the peace in the world now. It's me, my adult children come visit and then they leave, and that's wonderful. My grandson comes and he leaves, and that's about the extent of the company I have. But here's what I wanted to say. I don't know if y'all saw my post, but we have a little bit of a comic and toy convention coming to Mandeville. And I think it's gonna be April the 20th. Yeah, you don't have no peace with kids. April the 20th. And that's going to be our first physical meet and greet for the people that's in my area. I'm going to be dressing up for it because I love Comic Cons. I love Comic
420.
Cons. So y'all going to see me posting more about that. For it is on 420. Oh my God. I'm going to have the best goddamn time ever. Y'all better. It's on 420. Y'all better stop playing with me. Hold on. I just got even more excited. Hold on. And it's on a Saturday. It's on 420. It is a comic and toy show on 420. Not only do I get to dress up like an anime character, I get to do it while being absolutely smashed.
She's gonna be high as giraffe ass.
Man, it's gonna be an amazing day. Listen, y'all gonna hear more about this, but this is what we doing on April the 20th, 420. Oh, yes, Lord. I gotta get it. I'm ready. I gotta go get my treats and stuff lined up. Y'all I might have to have a little party at my little apartment with my little treats and stuff. Little chocolates and
Okay.
gummies stuff.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
y'all gonna hear more
Them
about it. I
edibles.
want y'all
That's
to
a
know.
that's a different
Oh,
high though.
that's Xiaomi's anniversary
That's
day. Yeah,
hey,
gummies
but
are out of body
that's a different
experience.
high. Yeah, that's some
Just that out of happy anniversary early. That's that out of body experience. You ever did a gummy? You ever took a gummy?
hell yeah. That should have you looking at yourself doing, damn, you look high.
I'll never forget. I don't know. And look, somebody had to remind me that I said this. But we took some gummies one time. We was having a good old time. And it was Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. I can't even remember what year. It's been a while. It's been a few years ago. And I forget who I was talking to. And we were talking about Cinco de Mayo. And I was like, oh my God, yes. It's the 5th of May of every month. And my friend was like, did you hear yourself? I was like, yeah, Cinco de Mayo is the 5th of May of every month. And he kept saying, Cheryl, when is Cinco de Mayo? And I just kept saying, it's the 5th of May of every month. Like, why are you tripping? Why are you asking me that? He said,
Well,
Cheryl,
why you tripping?
how many times the month of May occur every year? Man, had me, I was so high, like it just didn't make sense to me. I was like, no, it's May, the 5th of every month. He was like, Cheryl, what did it say? Charmaine said, thank you. Gummies, no, but a dang on Reese's cup. My husband said, never again.
Bruh, edibles is something else.
Man,
What's the chicken's
I'm
joint on
telling you,
bourbon?
it really will have you gone.
What's the chicken? It's a chicken shake down on
Chicken
there on
joint on
bourbon,
bourbon.
man. Yeah. It's been a few years now, but I remember we went out the last time we went out there. My cousin had handed my the missus some strips, some of the gummy strips. You know, like some little sour belt things. Anyway, she ate one and was like, oh, I don't feel nothing. He said, I told you to eat half of one as she started eating the second one. She ate 2.
What the frick?
Yeah, because she was, I don't feel nothing. So she started eating the second one. He was like, I told you to eat half of one.
Oh,
we got down bourbon, and I noticed it's dark, black as shit. You know, bourbon ain't well lit like that. Might be from the signs or some shit. But we on bourbon, she got out and she walking down Bourbon. I was just like, yo, you okay? You okay? Right. We got to the little chicken spot. She ordered a little food. She sat down in the doorway and started to eat and went to sleep with the chicken in her mouth while she holding this thing.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you what, man. Look, what stopped me? I don't do gummies nearly not. It's a rare occasion I'll do a candy, a gummy, or chocolate. Right, I'll stick to the vape pen. Now, I got so devilishly high one time. I thought, and this is when I was married, and I had some Jolly Rancher edibles from California.
Oh Lord, no.
And
From
so I
Cali?
decided to eat one whole one from California. I ate it, went to sleep. I don't know, I went to sleep. Well, when I woke up, my ex at the time was getting ready to go fishing. And so I wake up to go to the bathroom. But when I wake up, I see him over there getting ready. There was a spotlight on him. He had on the five heartbeats outfit. It was all white. And I said to him, "Why are you dressed like that? Why are you on stage?" He said, "What you talking about?" I said, "Why you got on that tuxedo?" He was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Why are you standing over there in that tuxedo?" He was like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm trying to figure out why you dressed up." He was like, "Girl, I'm going fishing." So I got up out the bed, walked to the bathroom. This man had on jeans and a button-down white shirt. What the frick? And then that I started laughing. I just like fell out laughing. It was like the funniest thing. And at the time, he was like, "What the fuck? What is happening with you? What's
Because you
going
got nothing
on
but
with
love
you right
for him.
now?"
Just
Because he didn't know I had taken an edible. He didn't know. So then I
I
started
be
the
done called a
snickering and
doctor
the
on your
giggling.
ass.
Baby, he went right on out that door with fishing. I guess he said, "I'm not gonna fool with this crazy girl tonight. I'm just finna."
I got nothing but love for you,
That's what he was
baby.
dressed like over there. I kid you. Now he was dressed like that. I
Yo,
won't forget it to this day. He was in the spotlight with that white tuxedo on stage. He went right on out the door. I guess he said, "This goddamn girl here is crazy." He probably really did think I was crazy, y'all. That's probably why he was like, "I'm divorcing you, girl. You are
you know what? I
batshit.
ain't doing this with you. I ain't doing this with you.
You are batshit crazy, Cheryl." Listen, we about to get out of here. We coming up on 2 hours. Thank you all so much for hanging, even through our tech issues. Thank y'all so much from the bottom of our heart. We really appreciate it. Next week and the week after will be pre-recorded shows because we all need a break. We've been going full tilt literally since January the freaking first. We even before then we have not stopped. So we're gonna do two pre-recorded shows. I'm trying to get this guest on named Cupcake because he is hilarious or she is hilarious. I got to figure out which pronoun he go by. We're gonna figure it out. I want to get him on the show, and I got a couple of the conversations I want to have. And that needs to be a pre-recorded show because yeah, the stuff I'm be talking about on there might have something to do with pegging. I'm gonna let y'all Google that
Oh
term.
shit. Here you go, Cheryl. Here
Google
you go,
pegging.
Cheryl.
Google pegging. I want to talk about
Oh
that with
dang.
Cupcake. I love Cupcake. Yeah. I'm gonna have to talk about that with Cupcake because I think that's gonna be amazing. But anyway, thank you all so much. Have a beautiful night. And we will see you all next Monday. We're just gonna drop a video next Monday, though. Make it easy for you. All right, y'all. We're out. Love you. Bye.